Hi, you're on the Bible Forum. I'm Warren Sprouse. We're here every Sunday night from 8 until 10 p.m. just for you. I want to talk to you tonight about Donald Trump. Donald Trump, the Bible Christian. There are numerous popular, influential Christians who want us to believe that we now have a Bible Christian in the White House. A Christian who uses vulgar language to make his point. A Christian who has no salvation testimony. A Christian who's been married 3 times and had other affairs. A Christian who's willing to bend the law to get what he wants. I'm not talking specifically about his tenure as president, but his entire life. He's been in business with all sorts of shady characters. Here's a man not burdened by political maneuvering. A man who has dealt with the mafia and many communist and or really evil governments and come out on the other side largely on top. He knows human nature. He knows the American people, the rational ones, the ones not influenced by socialism and anarchism. And he knows the crooks, the charlatans, the manipulators. He will win most of the battles, one way or another. When he does, the stubborn Republicans, the ones who don't get it, will learn an important lesson. Or they may leave office. Or they may go over to the Democrat Party. For example, President Trump tweeted on Tuesday this week that he has instructed his representatives to stop negotiating with House Democrats on coronavirus relief, at least until after the election. In the process, he accused Speaker Nancy Pelosi of not negotiating in good faith. What happened? Well, several Trump advisors told Axios.com's Jonathan Swan that they are utterly perplexed by the decision. They said they needed this like they needed a punch in the face. A Trump campaign advisor said the president's decision to own pulling out of the talks said, quote, "You have to try to be this politically inept." Another GOP lawmaker told Axios that this is a gift for Pelosi. But what happened? Well, Trump tweeted, Nancy Pelosi is asking for $2.4 trillion to bail out poorly run, high-crime Democrat states, money that is in no way related to COVID-19. We made a very generous offer of $1.6 trillion, and as usual, she's not negotiating in good faith. So I'm rejecting their request and looking to the future of our country. By the end of the week, they were back to negotiating. Do you see it? The man knows people. Crooks, charlatans, manipulators, you name it. He's worked with them for decades in business. Do I admire Donald Trump? Not for his morality. Not for his business manipulations. Not for his character. But for his ability to get things done, things that need to be done, yes. For his ability to deal with immoral Democrats in Congress, yes. For his ability to move this country forward, oh yes. Over the decades, we've watched a significant number of Republicans, largely thought to be rational and level-headed, either embrace the liberal line or be completely confused by it. Remember how cozy South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham was with John McCain? McCain was working against President Trump, and Graham was right there by his side. Now, McCain has died, and Graham is Trump's right hand. Can't get close enough to him. It's called politics. It's not personal. Politicians are oriented toward consensus. If they are not, they don't get anywhere. Consensus is what our form of government is all about. But Donald Trump is not a consensus man. He's not a very nice man, unless he's selling you something. He's certainly not a Christian man, not as the Bible defines the phrase. But he is willing to be and do whatever it takes to make this country strong again. In this battle, he is standing with the political minority. I don't mean their group is smaller, just that their group is divided. It's a minority that has the upper hand right now, and that's because of Trump. Could he run amok, turn against all we believe? Oh, yeah. Of course, he'd lose the support that he now has, and that would force him to ignore the government and be essentially a dictator, which some believe him to be now. In this, America would cease to exist, and all sorts of chaos would reign. Not economic, perhaps not educational, but the social, religious chaos would be enough to bring it all down. Will that happen? You do know America is not mentioned in the eschatological portions of God's Word, right? It may be she's there, being that Western nation that seeks to hold it all together after the church is removed and chaos ensues. It may be she's gone, there being a great meteor that destroys a third of the landmass of Earth. Can you think North and South America? That during the Great Tribulation? Now, there have been more and more news about asteroids and such lately passing close by the Earth. The last one passed by without anybody seeing it coming. They saw it as it passed by, and they said it was big enough to do us some serious, serious harm. Regardless, none of the changes the Christian, none of this changes the Christian, not his or her commitments, not his or her responsibilities. The church does not exist to run nor even control government. Christianity is focused on individuals. A person, much like all other Christians, Bible Christians, people who have abandoned their natural tendencies in favor of biblical principle, beginning with that which happens in our proverbial hearts when Jesus takes up residence. A people of God not relying on human government. A people of God not choosing political sides for political gain. A people of God not counting on a nation for their future, but a people oriented toward that higher and more noble purpose, which is God. Confident that He, God, will take care of us in the midst of whatever happens. Confident that He, God, will win the day. Confident that He, God, knows what's best for us and for the world.